Rachel Zegler is extraordinarily woke, but she's woke in a way that's quite deranged.
No one on the right side of America can stand the star of this movie.
But you don't seemingly like your own character, so she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
Rachel is literally the star of a Disney movie, and she acts like she's some sort of victim, and that's the sort of mentality that is just poisoning people's minds. Like, she acts like her life is so bad.
I truly do believe that. There's something wrong with her. She's disturbed, she's unhappy, and she thinks it's about feminism and the patriarchy and about abortion, but the reality is she's just not stable.
And you know the saying, go woke, get broke, and Disney's going to lose money on this movie. And I believe it only made less than $1 million in China.
And if you disagree with this sentiment, I don't need your business. Thanks.
Every time she speaks, she gets less likable. There's some clip of her on the internet in her Snow White outfit saying, "Every hour I am in the outfit of Snow White wearing the dress. All 18 hours, I deserve to be paid for every single one." Oh, really? Are you having trouble paying your bills, Rachel? Did Steven Spielberg not pay you for your role in West Side Story? Did Disney fail to give you a healthy paycheck for, cry me a river? She's just exactly everything that we can't stand.
To stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess, I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed online.
Alex, what has been the reaction to Disney's latest expensive own goal?
Well, the reaction has been absolutely horrible. It is the worst box office from a Disney live action remake that they've ever done. And
I mean, they're projected to lose between $200 and $400 million on this.
The thing that really shocks me about this story, Disney and all these media companies, they invest hundreds of millions of dollars into these projects, right? Have they ever thought about maybe a little bit of vulnerability study, opposition research, that sort of thing before you go and hire some Zoom?
What would you say to those who are just kind of overly critiquing the film at this point? You've worked so hard on it.
Rachel Zegler has officially gone silent, and not just on social media. Just days after reports emerged that Disney may be seeking financial compensation over the Snow White catastrophe, Zegler has reportedly left Hollywood entirely. Insiders now claim she boarded an international flight and landed in Dubai, sparking major speculation about what she's avoiding and what she's trying to protect. Industry chatter is buzzing, and word is Disney is furious. Her sudden disappearance came right after massive online backlash, viral outrage, and serious behind-the-scenes legal tension. Sources say Disney execs were already looking into potential breach of contract options, everything from canceling bonuses to invoking morality clauses, when Zegler suddenly vanished. No press sightings, no paparazzi pics, just a full-on ghost move that has fans wondering if this is more than just a PR break. Is it a legal strategy in disguise? The timing of it all is what's raising eyebrows. Zegler reportedly dipped out just as Disney held an emergency meeting to assess her possible liability in the Snow White fallout. Some believe the studio is preparing to take legal action. Others suggest quiet negotiations are already underway behind closed doors. But the combo of her sudden international trip and total radio silence, it's got people asking if she's dodging cameras or something more serious like a courtroom. While her reps claim she's just taking time to reset, fans on Reddit and Twitter have been putting together clues. Deleted comments, jet tracking apps, wiped travel plans. There's no clear return date in sight. So the big question is, has Rachel Zegler truly gone dark, or is she quietly stepping away from a studio that might be preparing to take her down? Disney, meanwhile, is in full crisis mode. Following the disastrous performance of the highly anticipated Snow White remake, now expected to cost the studio a jaw-dropping $250 million in losses, executives are scrambling. According to multiple insiders, one of their more explosive moves may involve pushing Zegler to shoulder some of the blame financially. Sources say Disney called a private high-level meeting right after the film's opening weekend. The focus? Whether Zegler's behavior in the lead-up to the release broke her contract. Her press tour was full of controversial moments, dismissive comments about the original 1937 classic, politically charged statements, and interviews that alienated longtime Disney fans. What seemed like bad PR at first may have actually violated clauses tied to studio image and public conduct. Rumors are swirling that Disney is considering pulling performance bonuses, freezing back-end earnings, or even seeking partial reimbursement. One executive allegedly said in the meeting, "She torched a billion-dollar property with her mouth," and according to leaks, no one in the room disagreed. And here's where it gets even more suspicious. Zegler's so-called apology, which made headlines, may not have been her own words. Individuals close to the situation claim Disney's PR team took full control of her public statement. The tone? Robotic? The phrasing? Corporate? The timing? Too perfect. It read more like a legal statement than a heartfelt apology, and fans picked up on it immediately. Instead of easing tensions, the apology deepened the divide. Fans felt it lacked sincerity. No clear acknowledgement of missteps, no emotional vulnerability, no real connection to the hurt she caused among the Disney loyalists. It only reinforced the narrative that Zegler was being micromanaged and molded by a team trying to save face. Social media analysts pointed out that the apology's language mirrored standard crisis PR templates. Threads popped up comparing the statement to apologies issued by other celebrities in damage control mode, and hashtags started trending again, not in forgiveness, but in further criticism. Whether or not this speculation holds water, one thing is obvious: the backlash hasn't cooled off. If anything, the carefully crafted statement made things worse. For Zegler, it added fuel to the perception that she's more of a studio product than a relatable human. And for Disney, it proved their crisis management plan wasn't working. Behind the scenes, whispers suggest Zegler is devastated. Industry sources claim she's broken down in tears multiple times, completely overwhelmed by how fast things spiraled and how sharply the public turned against her. What began as a Hollywood dream is now unraveling into one of the most high-profile PR disasters in recent memory. And Rachel Zegler might be learning the hard way that when a billion-dollar brand implodes, someone always has to take the fall. There's buzz that Rachel Zegler's team is in full-blown crisis mode, scrambling to contain the fallout. But morale behind the scenes is reportedly collapsing. Not long ago, she was being positioned as Disney's next breakout star, with talks of franchise deals, spin-offs, and global campaigns. Zegler was set to lead a new era of Disney's live-action films, with Hollywood insiders pegging her as one of the most promising young talents. But now, that optimism has flipped into panic. Sources say her image is in freefall, with even her inner circle split, some pushing for a comeback narrative, others quietly suggesting she disappear from the spotlight for a while. What was once a dream rise to fame is now being cited as a case study in PR disaster. The emotional toll is said to be significant, especially with Disney still facing public backlash and possible financial losses. Zegler's part in this unfolding drama is far from over. Snow White was supposed to be a guaranteed hit. Huge budget, beloved original, modern twist. Disney hoped it would follow the success of Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin. Early projections predicted a massive debut, but critics say the remake lost its magic by straying too far from the charm and heart of the 1937 classic, leaving longtime fans feeling disconnected. Audiences were turned off by the drastic changes to character arcs, missing iconic scenes, and what many called a lack of Disney magic. Rachel Zegler's press tour only added fuel to the fire. Her comments about the prince being a stalker and calling the original Snow White weird came off as arrogant and dismissive. What could have been framed as thoughtful modernization was seen as disrespect toward a beloved classic. Social media backlash exploded. Hashtags like #boycott Snow White trended. Reaction videos, fan edits, and commentary dissected every clip of Zegler, with viewers accusing her of being tone-deaf and disconnected from the fan base. The final straw came when old political tweets resurfaced, polarizing audiences even more and damaging Disney's goal of mass appeal. The film's opening weekend bombed. Domestic numbers underperformed and international markets didn't help. Analysts called it one of Disney's biggest live-action flops in recent memory. Blame quickly spread, some faulting marketing, others the script, or even Disney executives for approving such a radical reboot. But most of the heat landed on Zegler. Disney is reportedly working to distance itself from her. Future projects once meant to feature her are now being reconsidered, with producers wary of the controversy she brings. Zegler herself has vanished. No public statements, no interviews, no social media. Rumors say she may be overseas, hiding out while legal conversations happen behind the scenes. Some fans defend her, blaming Disney for poor decisions. Others say her own words sealed her fate. Whether she's taking a PR break or avoiding bigger fallout, her silence is only adding to the intrigue. And with each passing day, the pressure for answers builds. Will Rachel Zegler return with a comeback story, or is this the end of her Hollywood run? Let us know what you think and hit subscribe for more Hollywood drama as it unfolds.